Yes, no.
Yeah, Raviteja?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, no.
Yeah, why we are using web.xml in web applications?
For mapping from JSON and Java files, we use web.xml,
Okay.
and to make some to can also use some configuration files such as Hibernate config files and HVM files. So we can also give some mapping to those files even in web.xml.
Okay, fine. And what is the container?
It can hello.
Yeah, Raviteja, I'm hearing.
Mm, container is Container is nothing but a web server that can store some amount of information such as data and files.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah,
Yes or
generally,
no?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
container is a container is a
data
engine or
కొంచెం problem.
is it okay? My voice is
Okay.
okay?
Yeah, now it's
Okay.
okay.
Is it fine with my voice? Are you
వాయిస్
hearing?
బ్రేక్
Yes.
అవుతుంది.
Voice break అవుతుందా? Now?
యా యా వాయిస్ కొంచెం బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది. నో ఐఎమ్ గుడ్.
Container voice మంచిగా వస్తుందా రవితేజ? Hello?
యా వస్తుంది.
Is it anything breaking my voice?
యా హలో.
Yeah, it's fine. Is it fine?
యా ఇట్స్ గుడ్ నౌ.
Okay.
యా ఇట్స్
What
యా
about Shravani for you? Okay, what about Nagachandu?
ఇట్స్ ఫైన్ ఫర్ మీ టు.
Okay, fine. Okay, shall we start the session? Yeah, the thing is, today I am going to discussing about some small explanation about Spring core module. Last class we are seeing about something like Spring structure, like architecture, like how the Spring is there. So this is the like diagram which shows the Spring 1.x. In Spring 1.x, how many modules are there? Just count down here. This is nearly 6 modules are there. Okay. But the thing is, yeah, this is the Spring 2.x, not for 1.x. In Spring 1.x having the like one module, like 7 modules. That is Spring Web and Spring MVC separately is there. But in Spring 2.x we have both the things together we have one module. But for if you want to use any module, we are depending on the core module. Or if you want to use only core application, we are depending on the core module. But what is the core module? If you know about the core module, then you can easy to understand remaining modules like Spring AOP, Spring MVC, Spring JEE, ORM, and DAO modules. Okay, but what is the Spring core module and why we are using Spring core module for every applications, and what are the prerequisite things we have to take care about Spring module when you are doing to develop or when you are doing to apply the any application. That is the things we have to know today class itself. Okay, I'm preparing some notes for easy to understand points wise. Yeah, here by seeing this diagram, what is the Spring core module? It is a base of the all Spring web applications or Spring modules. Like Spring core module is the base module for any other modules of Spring. Okay, and Spring gives the lightweight Spring container for giving for Bean Factory. And using Spring module, we can easy to apply for standalone application. Like using Spring Bean core module, we can easy to develop for standalone applications. And we can use this module to understand the Spring Bean life cycle management and dependency injection. This is very important. If we want to use any Spring Core module, which purpose we are using, we have to understand the Spring Bean life cycle management and dependency injection. This is the main important. Which one? Spring Bean life cycle management dependency injection. So now we will see about the Spring Bean life cycle management and dependency injection. But when you are going to understanding about bean life cycle and dependency injection, we have to know about the what is the interface and what is the concrete class and what is the bin we have to see. But the thing is, when the concrete Java class that is configured in Spring configuration file through annotation is called Spring Bean application. Generally what you have to see, like anything like .java is a .class file, and like .jsp or .servlet anything else comes under web application. And what is the bean? Bean also one type of Java class. It should be saved with the .java file. And what is the difference between the class file and Java bean file? But the thing is, in .java file having the like some like it should be depending on the like JRE and JVM, but dot like Java bean file is a lightweight bean file. It is a Java class file. It having the some business logic. We will see about the business, which kind of business logic it having the Java bean, but why we are using Java bean in every time. But the thing is, if you want to use for concrete Java class, that should be configured in the Spring Bean configuration file through annotation is called Spring Bean. But the thing is, why we have to know about the annotation also here. Annotation is the lightweight. It is already predefined inside the like life cycle of the Spring container itself, or anything life cycle of container itself. Annotations are defined. The annotations are different types, like do method or post method or something web services. Different kind of annotations are there for getting the information. To reduce the code, we are using for annotation, because annotations are predefined thing already implement inside the JRE and JVM. And Java beans can act as a Spring, but every Spring bean need not to be a Java bean. But the thing is, Java bean can act as a Spring bean, but every Spring bean need not be a Java bean. By this one, we can easily understand every Java class can act as a Spring Java class, like Spring Java bean, like Spring bean. But every Spring bean need not be a Java bean. But by understanding this one, we are using for like both Java beans as well as Spring bean. But Spring beans are separate from the Java bean. But Java beans are not separate from the Spring bean, because every Java bean is a Spring bean, but every Spring bean is not a Java bean. Okay, there are two types of like Spring container. The thing is container. We have already seen about Spring container, like JSP container and servlet container. Servlet container, it take care about all life cycles about Spring, like all life cycle about servlet. And JSP container, which take care about all life cycle about JSP. But what are the things it having inside the container or rules and regulations? Everything is followed by the container by the help of server. But if you are using for Spring like a Spring framework, we have to know about the two container, because Spring having the two container. What are the container? Bean factory container and application factory container. But what is the container servlet have? Servlet container. What is the container JSP have? JSP container. But Spring gives two built container. Means by this one we can say about Spring having the two container. One is the Bean factory container and another one is the like application container. Like Bean factory container is a part of core module. So whenever you are developing for like like core like in any application, but we have depending on the Bean factory container, because it is the starting of the Spring framework. And application context container, it is a part of JEE or context module. If you want to access any information from the outside of the class or outside of the bean, we are using the application context container. But the container is a, what is a container? Container is a software application. uh, Container is a software application or Java class that can take care of the whole life cycle of the given resource. I already said about container is a container will take care about all life cycle about particular like field. Like if we are using for servlet, it is take care about servlet life cycle. If you are using JSP, JSP life cycle will be take care by the JSP container. Like here we are using for Spring container. Like Spring container is also a software application or Java classes that take care of the whole life cycle of the given resources. Okay, and the Spring containers are given perform Spring Bean life cycle like management life cycle of management and to perform dependency injection of the Spring. So here if we want to access anything, we are depending on the other thing, that is called as a dependency injection, also called as a inversion of controller. Like here Spring always discussing about inversion of controller or dependency injection. We will see about the what is the dependency injection or inversion of control later, but we have to see first before what is the bean factory. To activate for bean factory, because bean factory is the first one of the like a Spring container. To activate for bean factory container in your application, create for object for Java class that implements. This is the interface. The interface name is the org dot spring framework dot beans dot factory dot bean factory. So this is the bean, like this is the interface which implements the Java class. And then by using this statement, but why I am saying these all the things, now we are going to develop for one application. It may be a standalone application or Java application or J2 application, whatever it may be. Whenever you are going to develop any application, if you are using for Spring like Spring framework, first every application is depending on the Spring core module. So if you want to develop any application, it may be standalone or a web application, first we are depending on the Spring core module. So we have to clearly understanding about Spring core module, then we can easily to develop for any application. It may be standalone or web application or JE application or ORM application or AOP application. But the thing is here Spring providing the two container. First one is the Spring Bean factory container and application container. Here, if you want to use for Spring Bean Factory, the interface name is the factory.bean factory interface. But how to activate this one? So using the XML Bean Factory. So this is the class. Here I am saying for easy, I'm denoting everything in like here to activate for application container in our apps, create object for a Java class that implement, because here XML Bean Factory, this is the XML Bean Factory is already inbuilt interface in the like resources. So we are creating one object for Bean Factory. The object name is the factory. Here by using the new keyword, we are developing or we are creating for one object for XML Bean Factory, that is object pointing to the Spring CFG file. CFG indicates configuration file, but the thing is in any application if you are using for Spring like a Spring framework, but we need for at least one Spring CFG file. But we can use for anything, multiple CFG files will be having the one application. But the thing is at least we need one Spring configuration file, then only we can easy to access for Spring container, or we can easy to perform our task easily and effectively. To activate for application context contained in your apps, create for object for Java class that implements context.application context. By seeing here, if you want to develop for Bean Factory, which one we need factory.bean factory interface. If you want to develop for application context, we need for context.application context. So these two things we have to know about when you are using for Spring container. But the thing is, here system XML application context. This is example for how to activate the application context. By seeing this one, XML application context, it is a interface already developed inside the resources. But if you are seeing about Bean Factory, XML Bean Factory, or if you are seeing about application context, here system XML application context CTX. Here my object name is the factory. It can be given by the user defined thing, and CT. Here my object name is the CTX. Using the new keyword, I am creating for one object. Here I am given for an explanation. System XML application. It is a class implementing application, because system XML application is already implemented in an application. And next one is the context. Context interface is the interface, like CTX is the application context, like CTS is application context container. Here system XML application is a class implementing application context interface. By saying this one, it is already inbuilt inside the class. Okay. And next one is we cannot activate servlet container, because here by saying we cannot activate servlet container or JSP container by creating the objects for certain classes. By seeing this one, if you want to access servlet container or JSP container by creating for objects for certain classes, we can't directly develop, because servlet container or JSP containers are heavyweight. So they because the thing is servlet container, JSP container heavyweight, because we need to start like lightweight, because Spring container gives a lightweight container. So by saying this one Bean Factory, and by saying this one using Bean Factory, we can use it to create for object. By saying for XML application context, we can use it to create for object. So by seeing these two statements, we can understand Spring container or lightweight container, but servlet container and JSP container are heavyweight. This is a very important in the interview point. Why we are using the Spring container instead of servlet container and JSP container? Because servlet container and JSP container will not allow for accessing or creating for objects for certain classes, because certain classes indicates it may be a predefined classes or user defined classes, but not allow for creating for object those classes. So that's why we are not using for servlet container, JSP container. But if you are using for Spring container, it will allow for accessing for creating the object for certain classes. It may be a predefined thing or user defined thing. When you are coming to the application context container, is the enhancement of Bean Factory container, because by saying because Bean Factory, if you are using for application container, but we have to need for Bean Factory, because already already I said to you in top, Bean Factory is a part of core module. Even if you are using only Bean Factory, Bean Factory is required. If you are using application context container, Bean Factory also required. But the thing is, by seeing this one, you can understand about Bean Factory is a mandatory, and Bean Factory is the enhancement, like application context is the enhancement of Bean Factory. So if you want to access application context, we have to use for Bean Factory. Okay. And the Spring Core module application contains the following resources. The thing is Spring interface. The thing is, if you want to develop for any application, we need for some classes. Those are the Spring interface class and Spring Bean class. Here in Spring interface class is a Java interface which having the Java code, and Spring Bean class also on Java class, but it having the implemented, but interface class only define things. It cannot be implemented or it cannot be developed thing. But Spring Java class is a Java class which can be developed or which can be implemented. But the thing is, if you are developing for any application, what are the things you required? Those things we are maintaining the all information inside the Spring interface. That is called like it is a one type of interface which is the Java interface. And Spring Bean class also is a like one class which is the Java class. And Spring CFG file is a XML file which containing the both the things, like it is a configuration file which allows for accessing Java interface as well as Java classes. So Java interface is also Spring interface, and Java class also is a Spring Bean class. So those are the things we have to know about all the things. Client application. Here the thing is, when if you are developing for standard application, we need at least one class should be required, main method, because every like execution of the project is start from main class only. starting from main method and ending with the main method. In between the main method starting and ending, the call will be going to the different places like interfaces, abstraction, concrete classes, super classes, whatever it may be, what are the constructor we are using, what are the interfaces or methods we are using. In between the main method starting and ending, the call will be going and coming and it will be execute these things. But here in Spring, in when you are using for Spring framework, we have to know about the POJ and POJO. POJ and POJO. POJ means plain old Java interface. It can be a POJ. Spring interface is a POJ. Plain old Java interface means it is an interface which is already used inside the container. Those interfaces are already inbuilt inside the Java resources. It is optional. POJ is not mandatory. It is optional, but recommended to take. But contains POJ contains declarations of business methods, like POJ contains declaration of business methods and utility methods. Okay, so acts as a common understanding document between the client application and Spring application. It's like a course brochure. Like the thing is, if you want to see, uh, if you go to the any institute, the institute having the some brochure. What are the brochure having the content? Same content is discussed in the classroom. That is called plain old Java interface. The thing is, plain old Java interface means what are the content is discussed inside the class by the faculty. Those things already implemented in the course brochure. That's why he is discussed in the class. If it all not, if not at all in like a predefined, or if not at all implemented in brochure, the faculty is not discussed inside the class. That's why by seeing this one we can say about OG is a plain old Java interface. Okay, and Spring Bean, we have to know in this one what are the things we know, we are understanding. Java, like here Spring having the two container. One is the Spring Bean factory container and application context container. Like Spring Bean factory container is the like a part of core module. But if you are using for application container, it is a application context container is a like enhancement of Bean factory. But it is the mandatory Bean factory is required inside the like Spring application when you are using for like XML like application context container. But what are the things if you want to develop for one sample application? We required for Java Spring interface, and we required for Bean class and configuration class as well as one main method. This is the four steps we required for to develop for core application, some sample core application. Okay, and here we can understand about one more thing is the POJ. POJ is nothing but plain old Java interface. The thing is, if the course browser, what are the course browser already is developed inside the content of the course brochure, same thing is discussed in the class, so by the faculty. So the course browser is a plain old Java interface, and the what are the content he discussed in the class is the something enhancements of the course brochure. Okay, and one more thing is we have to know about the Spring Bean. In Spring Bean, like what is a bean? Bean is a class, but in Spring Bean, is a concrete Java class. Like it is a concrete Java class configured in the Spring configuration file, and it can be a Java bean, and implements the Spring interface and provides the implementation to Spring interface methods. The thing is, every Java bean is a like Spring Bean, and but every Spring Bean is not a Java bean. Implements and Spring interface, like implements Spring interface and provides the implementation to the Spring interface method. The thing is here Spring Bean, by saying here, see, this is application. What are the things we have? So this is a Spring application, but here front end is there and back end like some server side coding is there. But the calls are going from different places. One, two, three are the server related, and when you are clicking the submit button, the call is going to the dispatcher servlet. Then it will be going to the different steps. But to getting the this calls, we are depending on the Java beans, last Spring beans. So if you are using for this one without like plain Java bean or plain servlet bean, it will be taking the heavy weight because the call will be checked for different places. But if you are using for Spring Framework, it will reduce for weight and it will allow for simple accessing because Spring configuration itself we are saying about all like interfaces and class names, what are the methods we are using and what are the constructor we are using, everything we are discussed in the Spring Bean class. So that's why like Spring Bean is required. Like Spring Bean is also is a Java bean, but it can be a Pojo class or non-Pojo class. Already I said to you what is a Poji. A Poji is an interface like plain old Java interface. It is already implemented. But when you're coming to Pojo class, like plain old Java object or class non, it can be predefined. The thing is Pojo is a predefined and Projo is a user defined and third party supplied concrete Java class. That is the Pojo and contains the business methods and implementation having the business logic. It contains the like Pojo class containing the business method or implementation having the business logic. By using the Spring Bean, we can like Spring Bean having the business method and implementation having the business logic. But all Spring Beans must be configured in the Spring configuration file, either XML entries or annotation. If you are using for XML annotation, like XML entries, Spring underscore CFG.xml. This is a general like file name we are giving. Or if you are using for annotation method, we are no need to worry about all beans are properties of Spring. Using annotations, we using at the rate symbol along with the which kind of bean or which kind of service or which kind of request you are going to ask. Same annotation if you are using means it is easy to and calling the entries and it is easy to perform the business logic. And here all Spring beans must be configured in the Spring configuration file either by XML entries or using annotation. And next one is the specifying the details of resources through XML entries or annotations to make underlying container or server or framework recognizing that the resource is called resource configuration. See, if we are using for servlet container, we have to like configure the servlet information. So which one it has to call first and which one it has to exit for last. These type of things we are configuring in the servlet like servlet.cfg. But when you are coming to the like Spring framework, we have to know about the all the things like specifying detail all the specified entries we have to mention the cfg Spring cfg dot xml or web.xml file. Like here like Spring configuration file like in what is the name of the configuration file, like the configuration file name may be a any file name but it should be end with the xml and it can be taken as a Spring configuration file. And we can one or more Spring file like in our application we can maintaining one or more Spring cfg files. So by saying this one in one application we can maintain for one or more than one cfg file in our Spring application, but Spring Beans must be CFG file in the Spring field. So without by saying this point, we can say about without Spring dot CFG file, we can't able to execute the like Spring application. Okay, and next one is the contain. It contains the dependency injection or even IOC related injection instructor. Like IOC means inversion of control or dependency injection. This is a very important dependency injection. Now we will say about the dependency injection and IOC control instruction. But it contains the lifecycle methods of the configuration file and can be developed either based on the DTD or schema rules. So these are the things we are seeing in the dependency injection. But when you are coming to the client application, what are the names we have to see? But in the injections are three types. Spring provide like Spring supports three types of dependency injection. What are the things? One is the setter injection, and second one is the constructor injection, and third one is the interface injection. The setter injection. The setter injection is the injection which is using the set method of the Spring Bean class. But constructor injection is injection which using the parameterized constructor of a Spring Bean class. So by saying this one, like Spring constructor must be required for parameterized and interface injection by implementing special interface. By implementing the special interface on Spring Bean class, we required for interface injection. So how to perform this injection we can see here. In this tutorial I mentioned for some small syntax for how to make injection by using the set method or constructor method or interface method. But the thing is, when you are using for setter injection, if Spring container calls set like set injection method automatically and dynamically to assign values to the properties members variable of Spring Bean class, then it is called setter injection. By saying this string cfg.xml file, it allows for accessing for members of cfg file and like Spring Bean class. And suppose just see here, this is my example. My class name is the test bean, and I'm going to send the msg like message, that is a string. So using set method, I'm going to use the setter injection, means I'm passing the information msg to the this dot msg. So void b1 will get the msg here. Use, so what are the information I require, I have to send to void b1 method. Using set method, I can easy to send from this here, this location to the here. So this is the setter injection. The thing is, if we are using for setter method, set like method name is required. And if you want to access it for, if you want to access for setter injection, we required for string cfg.xml. So by saying here string cfg demo.xml, demo.xml is a file name. So that is a string cfg. The cfg name is a demo.xml, which having the some three statement: bean id and property name. The thing is tb is a id or object name, and test bean is a class bean, because here my class name is the test bean. Same thing I am using in like web.xml test bean. And one more thing is MSG. Here the MSG is a bean property. Hello is a value to be injected. So this is the injected to using the value hello. So instead of test bean, I can use for hello or whatever it may be. When Spring container is activated by giving the Spring CFG file, the Spring container creates test bean, a class object having the TB. Like here tb is the name of the object, and the object name and calls tb.set msg hello to like to inject the hello to the bean property msg through setter injection. Like by seeing for injections are like three types. One is the setter injection and constructor injection, and one more is the interface injection. Here the Spring container manages the whole life cycle to accessing for dependence injections of either setter injections or like constructor injection. And next, what are the things we have like interface injection. But in the real project, we make Spring container injecting special object to Spring Bean like JDBC connection or OBG or JDBC statement. Like these are the things like. If we are using for ORM mapping like Hibernate. In Hibernate, we are using differently to mapping from like methods like object methods and mapping to the database. This kind of things we are using in the JDBC constructor. And next one is the constructor injection. If the string container uses the parameterized constructor to create like to create string bean class, like to create a string bean class object to assign values to the bean property, then it is called constructor. Already I said to you in a single point, like string container is a string constructor injection is a injection which using the parameterized. So parameterized is a injection which is easy to accessing for different properties or different values inside the class, or we can easy to pass the information from the base base class to the subclass. So that is a constructor injection. So this is a sample example to using for constructor, because every constructor having the same class name. So using the constructor injection, like I am using for MSG is the my parameter. Using this MSG, this dot MSG is the like one message which is passing to the like test bin to the other method. So using this one, I can easy to develop for like constructor injection. So even if you are using for setter injection or constructor injection or interface injection, like string configuration file is must. So here my string configuration file is the demo.cfg. So this is the bin we are using for string configuration. But when you are coming to the in coming session, I am using for different programming skill like terminology like xr, xbin, or xcfg.xml, or xclient, a test bin, a test cfg.xml, a test client. This kind of things I am using. But the thing is, X is the Spring interface. X is the Spring interface, or which is using to name of the interface. One minute. No, no. One minute. Okay. So these are the terminology I am using the coming like classes and coming projects. And the thing is, whenever you are using for Spring like Spring Bean or like any web bean or web application, or we have to use for injections. That is the IOC, that is inversion of controller or setter like some injections, dependency injections. Here dependency injection means no need to take all the injection at a time in our application. But the thing is, if you whatever the injection we are using inside the class or inside the project, we are depending on that injection. Sometimes we are depending on the interface injection, or sometimes we are depending on the constructor injection. Sometimes we are depending on the setter and getter injection. And if you are using for like Java classes, Java beans, or if you want to get the information from the outside, or if you want to fetch the information from one class to the another class, mostly everyone using for setter injection or getter injection. So setter injection is the injection which is depending on the set method. So using set method, we can easy to fetch the information from one class to another class. So that is a setter injection. When you are coming to the constructor injection, we are using for parameterized we are using for parameterized constructor. But by seeing this statement, we can easy to understand like constructor injection is injection which is allow for only parameterized constructor, but it will be allow for non-parameter constructor also, but it is we are not using fully, but it is a limited things. So mostly we are using for parameterized constructors in our applications. And one more thing is the interface injection. So in our application, if we are depending on the interfaces, we are depending on the large amount of interfaces, then we are using for interface injections. So if you are understand this terminology, we can easy to develop for like any module, because the core module is the base module for all Spring applications like Spring framework. By saying this one, Spring 1.x, Spring 2.x, Spring 3.x, and present one is the Spring 4.x. But Spring 1.x having the 7 modules, but Spring like 2.x having the 6 modules. But what about Spring 3.x and Spring 4.x? Because Spring 3.x and 4.x having more than the 20 modules or 30 modules. But every company or every corporate sector follows the Spring 2.x architecture. A Spring 2.x like module diagram. By seeing this one, we can easy to pass, because they're like dividing our modules in different kinds, or by easy of like development, easy of implementing. They're dividing for different modules like 20 modules or 30 modules, whatever it may be. But the thing is, every corporate sector or every companies follows the Spring 2.x. So by seeing this one, we can easy to understand core module is the base module for all the modules. Or core modules, if you want to allow for, like Spring allows which can how many containers? Spring allow for 2 container. One is the factory container and bean factory container. Second one is the application context container. Bean factory container is the core container. which allow for accessing or provides the life cycle of the Spring Bean. And application context container is the enhancement of the bean factory, and which allow for like life cycle of the bean. Both the things are main purpose is the to allow for accessing or to provide the Spring life cycle. But the thing is, there is a little bit differences are there. When you are going to develop for any application, you can easy to understand what is the difference between the bean factory and application context cont- like uh, container. These things we can easy to understand. And one more thing is the injections. Injection. The already I said to you, like injection is nothing but two types of three types of injection. Dependence injection, that is the setter injection, and constructor injection. Here I already said to you the setter, constructor, and one more is the like the interface. So these injections we can see, because this is a very important the interview point also. Interviewer they will ask, even 3 years or 5 years or 10 years experience people also, they will ask what which kind of injections you are using. So you can say about so and so project I am using setter injection, or so and so project I am using constructor or something interface injection. This kind of things you can say, because which why we are using injection, because I am depending on the so and so values. That's why I am injecting from like a setter to the another method, or I am injecting from constructor to the another class. I am injecting from interface to the another interface, or interface to the another class. This kind of things we have to see. So injecting is a bean class which allow for accessing for different kind of activities, and which are allow for automatically and dynamically. These are the things we can see for like in our real time application. But the thing is, 3 points we have to understand. Even if you are using Spring application, even if you are using for Spring application, which one are mandatory? The thing is, Spring configuration file is the mandatory, and Spring configuration file we can use for multiple Spring configuration files. But the thing is, the file name it may be anything, but any file name .xml is the man, because Spring configuration file which allow for like accessing for different classes and interfaces and constructors. These things we have to understand. And one more thing is the here, like string constructor, these are the things you can understand by seeing my explanation. But the thing is, what are the thing like TB is the ID name, test bean. This is what are the name of the class we are using in Java bean or Spring bean. Same name we are allowing, because these are the thing we are using for CFG file. Like configuration file indicates it, we allow for XML file here. Demo is the name of the CFG. This is the Spring configuration file which allow for bean ID and class name. So those things we can easy to understand. And the thing is here, using new keyword we can easy to enhance the bean class and constructor class also. Okay, and you can understand, you can remember this terminology in remaining classes. And advanced classes I can use it for. X means it is a Spring interface. X bean means a Spring bean class. Like for documentation purpose I am using this kind of things. And for if it is a test means it is a Java bean. Test bean means Spring bean, like it is interface only. Name means it is interface. At any name any namespace bean means it is a Spring bean class. As cfg.xml means Spring configuration file, or only test client means it is a app name, like it having the main method. So these are the things I am going to develop for one application. Tomorrow class I will explain about one sample application which allow for core module, and it using for setter injection is one example. And constructor injection, by using constructor injection we can develop for one more application, and the interface injection. If you're understanding about setter injection and constructor injection and interface injection, we can easy to understand different remaining things, how to like using interface into the configure to the different kind of banking application. Like in banking application, we are if we are using for like a different kind of activities, like deposit money or like withdrawal money, or sometime like sometime we have to do for some transaction amount. But if we are using, even if we are using deposit money or withdrawal or transaction, first we have to log in. But individually everything it will asking about login credential things every time. So to doing this kind of activities, we are depending on the every time we are depending on the particular classes or particular interfaces. So if we are using, if we are not using any injecting things, or everything we have to enhance to the before class, or extending or implementing the before classes are like interfaces, or super classes are like interfaces. So it will take for large coding. To avoiding the for large coding, we are using for injecting things. By using injecting things, we can easy to develop, because if we are using for balance inquiry, first it will ask about current balance, then after it will give for balance inquiry. As well as if you are giving for withdrawal money after balance inquiry, it should be asking about before withdrawing what is the current amount, and after withdrawing the what is the amount. These two things it should be it should be validating. Here in between so many injecting things are there. So how to injecting all the things? So this kind of things we have to verify, and these kind of things we have to develop in our web application or standalone application. Initially I'm saying I will show for one standalone application. By seeing this one, you can easy to understand how to inject the different kind of application in our application. And then after when you, if you are go to the web related or Java EE related, you can easy to understand how to inject for different kind of Spring providing Spring container providing injection. So those are the IOC, inversion of controller. So those things we have to very clearly understand things. Okay. Another thing is, I will ask some briefly something, two things or three things, how much you are understand, because today class is very theoretical. I didn't show for any like any diagrams or any kind of programming. But tomorrow onwards, I will show for different programming and like a different kind of images. You can easy to understand for image oriented. By seeing for this the theoretically you are not able to understand, but by seeing for this kind of images. So I am always preferring the image like pictorial representation. So pictorial representation always gives the easy catching. But by seeing this one, how the things are injecting, see here, string configuration file. It will be injecting from the controller. This is the sixth call and this is the seventh call. Then after, which one it will be going to call command classes, eighth call. So whenever the call should be going to the eighth class, you should be injecting to the Spring configuration file. At the same time, if you are using for command controller like controller class, you should be configured to the Spring configuration file. Then only remaining calls also going to the different activities. By seeing coding, by seeing execution, step by step execution, you can easy to understanding about different kind of applications development. Once we are developing for small application, then we can go for web like banking application. Then it is easy to understand how the call is going from view layer and model layer, server control layer. This is the later we can see, because before going to Spring MVC, we have to understanding about first Spring Core module and Spring AOP module. Then you can easy to understand Spring MVC. Without understanding about Spring Core module and AOP, the understanding Spring MVC is a little bit difficult, a little bit it's not too much difficult. It will take some time to understanding all kind of terminologies. Okay. And Vijay, Vijay, are you there? And Shruti, Shruti also offline.